Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Europa Universalis IV, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 224. We're playing as France, of course, the leading empire of the HRE. And let's see, we're at war with two people, or two groups. The first war we have, us and our various vassals and unions against Viden and Ferengia. So Viden is this area here, and Ferengia is over here somewhere, there and there from what I can see. And we're also involved in the French reconquest of Welsh Bern, and that's against Verona, Pisa and Spoleto. I had an idea. We're going to do something I don't usually do, and that's hire mercenaries. Mercenaries don't come out of your manpower, so, well, that's a good thing, right? They do cost a bit more money, but, you know, we'll manage that. So let's go through this. This is the production interface. First of all, we go with land units, so this shows us what land units are available for purchase. There are only a particular number of mercenaries available, 8 infantry, 4 cavalry. We've got an army force limit of 123 out of 179, so we could hire more dudes ourselves, but that would take out of our manpower. And we've got nothing in production. Naval units, same sort of thing. We've got a naval limit of 21 of 32, and those are just some various naval stats that we'll actually deal with later when we get onto navies. Buildings, we can't build anything. Coring costs, this is not going to be important for us for a while. Missionary stuff, again, not going to be important for a while. Harsh treatment, that lets us spend military power to reduce revolt risks in places. And culture change, we've got a few places that could change culture, but that would eat our diplomatic power. So 100 for Armenia, 125 for Ancona, and 250 for Venezia itself. We will eventually do that, simply because I believe that that influences... Yes, see, we get a minus 33% tax income for it being not accepted culture. So that's important, but it's nothing we have to deal with just yet. We've got plenty of money after all, which is why we're considering mercenaries. So I've selected infantry, and it's letting us know where infantry can be produced. It's also giving us the cost in ducats and the amount of time it will cost. This is if we were producing it normally, say it would cost us 7.5 gold and take 50 days for each regiment to come up, whereas Mercs, 13 gold and 2 weeks. So we've got to spread that out a little bit so everybody rocks up. So just click on the provinces to raise them, and that's all of the infantry that we can do. So now we click on the cavalry, same sort of thing. A little bit more in terms of time, but you know, whatever. And now that shows us where everybody's being constructed, and it lets us know that there are no available mercenaries for hire. Okay. Let's get back into it. I'm a little concerned about this army down here, but they're doing their own siege, so YOLO. Brunswick has cancelled military access, Rashka cancelled, places cancel military access at some point. Oh yes, and you can see the little progress bars. Hold on a moment, get out of the way. Little progress bars signifying the actual, you know, production. Okay, well we took Bommerwald, which is great, because that means this war is now at 100%, despite us not doing anything to Ferengia. So we could do a lot of things here. But what do we actually want to do with this place? That's the question, isn't it? Honestly, I'd like to take it. That would only give us a very small amount of aggressive expansion as well, which would go away fairly swiftly. Only 2 prestige, which is a bit of an issue, but, you know, it's not too bad. It wouldn't cost us any diplomatic power. Done. Okay, they accepted, so that war is over, and we've just taken this place. And there's absolutely no penalties for having it, because it's German, Catholic, and it's a core. It's great. Okay, so these units have started to rise up. So we're just going to... whoop. Okay, Jerusalem annexed, or inherited Jazeera. Yeah, and you can see up here they proper inherited it as well, so they got the whole thing. That's alright. That just gives us a reason to go to war with them again. And now they really can't back Jazeera to be the Imperial throne anymore. We need to do something about Valencia. This guy's improving relations with Västergötland. That's not necessary anymore. And I'm going to send somebody over to Valencia. And we'll have to do the same sort of thing for Tigris. We'll be taking Shelland and Brittany themselves. Yep, thank you. I believe I've solved that little military access issue as well. I think it was just being a bit of a pain in the ass, but as soon as we went to war, it fixed itself up, I feel. Okay, so all of these guys have managed to rise up. We may maintain this mercenary army for a little while, which normally we wouldn't. I'd say we've got more mercs as well. They are costing us a bit. Not much, but a bit. We don't have any possible rivals, that's an issue. We've already got a +3 military guy. I wouldn't mind getting a better administration guy, but that inflation reduction is way too important at this time. If we get more land, that will reduce the amount of gold that we, or the amount that gold influences our economy, and so that will help. Moldau next, an Imperial Principality, sure. Thames cancelled, yep, sure. Come on. Alright, just make that together. Can I rename the army? Thank you. I just want to know that it's the mercenary army. Now, 12 isn't all that great. I'd like to get that up a little bit more, and we can, because we've gotten a lot more guys. If we give them too many more cavalry, they'll start having issues with that, so I'll just get them all 6 infantry. And raise them up in that area, we should be good. Oh good, I can check on this siege progress down here that I'm not involved in. That's alright. It's fine. And we're taking less casualties per month from attrition than we're actually making in manpower, so everything's good there. Places are just cancelling that military access, aren't they? So I'm going to use this mercenary army to wage another war against somebody. You know, that's how we do. And I believe I can actually set one of my guys to run them. Okay, so 17k in a mercenary army, and yep, set that guy to run them. And yeah, see, we can totally go wherever we want now that we're at war, so that's good. Who am I going to declare war on? I think Pest had it coming, didn't they? They're at war with Verona, Pisa, and Spoleto. Is that a separate war? Yeah, it is totally a separate war. Interesting. Got a fairly decent war score out of that. Now what I wanted from them was to actually take a Welsh Burn, but I don't think it's going to let me because it's their capital, so I'll have to do something else. I can get them to release Mantua. That'll be good, that'll actually give us some more Imperial Authority. Okay, so these guys... Pomerania and... No, I was going to go to war with like Moravia or something like that. Something fairly shit. Where's your other... They've got 2 provinces and I don't know where one is. Don't know where Nemours is. It's probably over here somewhere. Ah, right there. Great. Pope and Patau will join in on that. Ah, sounds good. North we go, lads. Plots to declared war in Croatia. We've formed a personal union with Slavonia. And that means we've failed to complete this mission, which was to get a royal marriage with it. We've done better, but, you know, sure. Okay, so we've got some new missions. Make Shalland vote for us, which would give us 25 prestige, 10 legitimacy, and 10 diplo power. That's pretty good. Reclaim Welshbrixen. Welshbrixen is this one here, not the one we're actually attacking. And that would get us 10 prestige, or improve relations with Slavonia for 3 prestige. How far away is Shalland from actually voting for us? Not much. Not much. Let's do that. So make Shalland vote for us. And we're going to do that. Where are we? Where are we? What? I haven't seen that one before. No, I'm going to give him a gift. The most I believe you can modify a relationship by giving gifts is 25 points. So let's give that in and see what happens. Okay, Brittany made peace with Brunswick and forced him to give us Hanover. God damn it, guys. Stop giving me land in places that I don't want it. Okay, yeah, and see. In a month's time, they should vote for us instead now. Okay, our royal marriage with Patau has ended. Now, let's just have a little look at that. So, we'll actually break our alliance with Patau. Where are we? There. So that is going to upset them, of course, but it's going to save us a little bit more in terms of diplomatic relations, particularly after we picked up goddamn Slavonia. What's this? Hex. Hex, what do you own? Florenz and Schmodoi. That's Schmodoi in there. Florenz sounds like it should be over here somewhere. Bugger if I know where. Oh well. Mercenaries are in place, so let's get this war happening. This war up here this time. We're going to take Moraine. The Pope will join in. And off we go. And we can see here, Dauphin joined in on her side, but Östergötland did not. Military access from Carvina, sure. And some more military access requests. Absolutely, guys. And there we go, we've just completed that mission. So 25 prestige, always handy, particularly for us. Some extra legitimacy that we didn't actually need at this point. And some more diplomatic power, which, great. Holland, sure. And we need a new mission. Improve relations with Brittany, 3 prestige. Reclaim Lundberg, 10 prestige. Or improve relations with the Elector of Brittany, which is exactly the same as this one up here, and that would give us 1 stability and 5 Imperial Authority. Brittany are currently at +1 to us. And honestly, we can actually work with that. So I'm going to take that mission. Okay, so what this will mean is I'm going to have to just send a diplomat over there. And he's going to be there for a while. Which means we don't actually have any spare diplomats. And I see a Moravian army. We're going to use the army that we put in Moravia to besiege it to take that. Just because mercenaries. Who gives a fuck? Apparently we got bolstered by the Slavonian and Smolenskian armies. Great. We've won that little fight. We lost a battle down in Welshburn, however. So we did. I didn't notice that, and it's probably cost us a very small army. That's alright. Gonna take this general out of there. If they go back up there. Now, unfortunately, that has completely lifted the siege. It's irritating, but it's just something we'll have to deal with. And it's more irritating than it normally would be because that army was not actually involved in the French Reconquest War here. We were involved in a completely separate war. Oh, however, it appears we do still have a bit of siege status, so we must have gotten there in time not to completely fuck it up. This is why I don't like sieging with small units. Just because it doesn't really do much. Or, you know, it leaves you very vulnerable unless you've taken everything out. And yeah, we weren't keeping track of shit. So I don't think mercenaries actually... Excuse me, I don't think mercenaries actually reinforce properly, so that could be an issue up there. But it's one we'll deal with. So it's Spoleto and Pisa. Spoleto is this one down here that's currently actually being besieged by Apulia. Nice. Wouldn't mind taking this province just right now. Okay, we've got Imperial Liberation against Edessa. As that happens, we're just going to get that. I think that may help improve our, what do you call it? Imperial Authority when we come back and take them back. But I'm not sure about that, to be honest. We'll have to see. Okay, Brittany are backing themselves for the Imperial throne. That's alright. You can do that, Brittany. Oh, a mercenary army sitting there. Send them up. Savoy declared war on Susa. That's great. Now we do have a rebellion chance over here in Mantua just because it's an occupied province. And those would be heretics. They're very different types of rebels, and it gets a little bit complicated sometimes, but heretics would be the religious revolts of a CK2 career. Come on, take the place already. Okay, great. Combine those two armies. Okay, so during the period 1450 to 1600, Italian siege engineers were highly sought after to teach the ways of the tres Italienne to the militaries of Europe. In most cases, these engineers had no national identity and simply worked for whoever could afford to pay them. Decline the offer, lose 10 prestige, or gain 40 military power and lose 70 ducats. The military power. And that has given us our first increase in military technology. Done. So, we've researched for pike square. Throughout the Middle Ages, cavalry's dominance, etc., 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 challenged by disciplined pikemen. In battles such as Bannockburn or the Golden Spurs, cavalry was defeated by pikes. So basically pikes. So that's increased our military tactics by 0.25 and our land morale by 0.5, and we can now build the armory. We can't actually build any armories yet. Where are we? There we are. Because each armory costs us 50 ducats and 10 military power. It increases our local manpower and gives us quicker recruitment time. We'll be building them everywhere. Why are we taking attrition up there? Get out of there. Ah, it's winter, of course. How's winter actually going for us? Not too bad. It's a very... we're coming out of it anyway. It's March. Okay, so now it's telling us we could build province improvements. It's wrong. Now it's right though, because we've gotten that 10 there. So here we go. That shows us each province's manpower in white, and then the increase in green. Seriously, we own this little bit of shit land down here? Wow. I'm impressed. Maybe we should take over more of Dauphin. Yeah, right. We're gonna own Italy by the end of the game. Well, we're gonna own Europe again by the end of the game. Trust me on that. But yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed by that. Anyway, as you can see from the little green numbers, only Munchen has the higher green number. So that's where we build it first. It's only 2 people, but, you know, whatever. And that will be constructed. Yep, looks like we're getting cardinals being... These cardinals ain't loyal. Okay, so we just pump a little bit more into that one, and we're going to try putting more into that one as well in the future. Got it. Millennia declared war on Galach. We're going to get a lot of war declaration messages, whether they matter or not. Come on, we really should be taking Verona. There we go. So we didn't get a message about that because it's actually occupied by somebody else. Wow, Slavonia have an excellent general. Okay, so this army here... Hang on a moment. Pest immediately ended their war, so that wasn't actually our occupation. My bad. So now we have to go through that entire siege again. But 100 men. It's ours. So that's 100% in the war against Verona, Pisa, and Spoleto. You know what? That's fine. We've got no diplomats, though. You can come back. I wouldn't mind for land because that would give us a connection to Parma, who are our allies. Okay, we've got an heir to the throne. The succession is safe. That's excellent. Deal with that in a moment. So yep, you can see here King Ezo Littlefinger up here. Nope, that's Valencia. Kaiser Dietwin Littlefinger. He's 52, so he's still got a bit left in him, but he's going alright. And Gueges Littlefinger is 0, but has a strong claim, so he's fine. He's also got 5 administrative, 0 diplomatic, and 3 military. So it looks like the diplomatic is definitely going to suffer a hit in the future. Okay, so we could go full annexation, or we could get them to release Mantua. There's no way in hell we're getting anybody to concede anything. That would cost us 25 diplomatic power for that, 0 diplomatic power for a full annexation, and only 3 aggressive expansion. I think that sounds pretty good. Do it. Okay, there we go. Both German. And then I want to come over here and beat up Dauphin because I'd like them to go to a separate peace. And I want that because I want some of their land. So this is the good thing about having all these cores everywhere. We don't have to worry about things. Normally, we'd be taking overextension for this, but we're not, because all these places are already our cores. Which is great. Okay, we're gonna take a river crossing penalty no matter how we attack this place. So let's see, they've got a 1-1 leader, and we've got a 4-0-0-1. Maybe they'll move out in time. They're not going to move out in time. Which is annoying, but just something we're going to have to deal with. Yeah, okay. Not great. Not great. Karelia made somebody give us war up, land up here. Karelia is pretty big. Though, while it's pretty big, it's only got a few provinces because they're huge-ass provinces. So, yeah, we've got this up here. Could probably release that as either Finland or Kemi. We'll see about that. I don't particularly want to release them as vassals. Okay, we wiped out that army. Great. Let's head over and occupy some land then. We're also going to get some more armories. Going to be burning through our military power just for this, by the way. And the boats can go home. Where's Provence? Down here. Okay. So attacking Lombardy might be another good idea because they've got an alliance with Dauphin, Provence and Genoa. Genoa's here. So it's all fairly localized, so that may be a good idea in the future. Okay, we do have another army up here that we're going to go and kill. Because I see that, I think Parma is sending a siege unit over here. Yeah, obliterated. Okay, I think that's going fine. I'm not terribly concerned about it anymore. Oh, we should really invest in these cardinals. And more armories! go and focus on our core lands first before we buy anything in any outliers, because I'm still considering whether to give some of those provinces away. It's actually very easy to give provinces away in Europa. Let's see if I can show you. I'm not going to do it, but we'd come here and say sell province, but we can't do that because we're at war right now. It's fine. Brittany's at 52. Oh, we might as well increase it up to 25, get that mission done quicker. Okay. On the siege of Marennes up there, so that's 40% war score, that's fine. Gonna get them to move out. The other provinces up there, we could go and take that, to be honest. Yeah, we're probably not going to. But you can see down here that our little allies are actually doing really well against Dauphin. So well, in fact, that we've already got a 28% war score with them. We could get them to release Vienne. The hell is Vienne? I get the feeling that'll be two of their provinces. Like these two. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Get the rest of it, lads. Sure. I'm seeing now Slavonia's chasing guys around. Arabia has declared war on Abyssinia. Okay, that's cool to know. I mean, good on them. Oh hey, we've actually gotten this stuff pop up as visible. So these are uncolonized lands. If we had colonists, we could send them and they'd, you know, start occupying the place. We'd also have to send an army down there, and colonies do cost money, so there's that. Let's put it in Wien. There we go. We may get involved in colonies in the future, but at the moment, well, we don't have a colonist. To get a colonist, we've got to unlock national ideas. Specifically exploration, or there was another one. I was sure there was another one. Pretty much exploration. It's not a bad idea, but it's one of the only ways to get colonists if you don't get them as part of a national, like your national ideas group. Oh, expansion, of course. So expansion may be a good one because you also get a merchant and some other just generally decent stuff. And you also get a permanent casus belli against anybody in Asia who isn't westernized. Whereas exploration gives you the same thing against pagans, which is basically America. Not that useful, but still useful. Sure. If we zoom out far enough, you can see the little hovering icons don't appear, so you can just click randomly. We will make a lot of use out of that in the future. These mercs aren't doing anything. Okay, so we're actually allied with Chalon, so we can't attack them just yet. What's this? Pex. Pex is allied with Genoa, Pisa, and Spoleto. Surely we have truces with Spoleto and Pisa. Not with Genoa though. Well, sounds good. You guys swap positions. Not going to care about a leader. I'm just going to hit Pex for prestige, I think. And we are going to send our ships around to Nizza. This is actually good for us to have Nizza itself down in here, because that gives us a port here, which we can freely blockade our way around the Ligurian Sea. The other option is Croatia. They're allied with Pomerania and Rashka, but they're also Croatians, so taking their land isn't a priority for me. Okay, managed to increase agricultural production. So this is for Munchen. Munchen can either have 30 manpower, 30 extra manpower, sorry, and we would get military funding for a year, which would give us more national manpower. Or we could raise taxes, which gives us 50 ducats and +2 base tax in Munchen. Now that's permanent. Currently the base tax is 14. Now, the base tax is 14, the manpower is 139. There are certain modifiers on that because it's the capital city. And also, base tax influences production, I believe. I think we need to invest in a bigger army. There's also the fact that your manpower recovery is based on a percentage of your total, I believe. Nope, I'm wrong. Oh no, there it is. No, you can see it. Let's see, on the list there where it says the yearly regain base value is 14,788. Base value 1,000, because with a HRE with so many states in it, plus 8,700. Our own provinces give us about 5k, and we get 20%, 15%, and 25% for being awesome. Alright, are these mercs in place? They certainly are. Okay, we're going to declare war to take Shmuroi. We're not actually going to take Shmuroi, and we're going to call Tigris and Shalland in. Done. Who's come with you? Ah, okay, so that's enabled them to break truce. Interesting. I forgot that our army here was, sitting there exiled. So that is interesting because it lets us know these guys are going to get their asses whipped. That's fine. Our trade fleet is being attacked. Our trade fleet has won. Of course, river crossing penalties, all that sort of jazz. What was that? It was this one over here. Now they're fleeing to Bellois, so I'm just going to move this army in there so that we can try and intercept it and destroy it. And there's also a Moravian army up here for some reason. Great, so we wiped them out, and now we'll just go and have them besiege Genoa. Savoy. Okay, good, we took out that Moravian army, that's fine. And it looks like we destroyed... Oh no, the Pex army is retreating even further than I thought. Oh right, because they've got land over here somewhere, don't they? Somewhere. Oh, there. Huh, really? Well guys, change your direction. Okay, we took out that little battle. So we'll just send our guys home to refit. Okay, and let's build some more of these. Nice and easy. I'm gonna detach the siege regiment from these guys. Actually, these are the mercs, aren't they? I don't care about the mercs. Just waiting for these guys to walk up and die. Beautiful. I think I'm going to need another army. Though I say that, and I don't really have any inclination to do so. So who are we actually at war with? Pex, Genoa, Pisa, and Spoleto. Moravia and Dauphin. What's our war score against Dauphin like? 28. Okay, we've won that little battle. Spoleto is under siege, so that's great. We're just going to send our guys up to Florence. We will detach a siege regiment for them. And have some fun with that. And of course we do still have these guys up here. We are actually going to move them out. They can get out of there. Does look like Genoa has quite an army. Okay, Hartmann has changed his loyalty again, so let's go back to the Pope. What I would like is for Albrecht and Badezia to die and our guys to pop in. That would give us Curia Controller. It won't happen. It's just that it's a little bit more important in today's realm. Ah, the Siege of Lyonesse. Wonderful. Yeah, I actually should have expected that one to go first. Their general is a 3-3, ours is a 4-0. It's not great, and we would probably be attacking into mountains. Yes, mountains, and probably with a river crossing. So I'm just going to sit on Dauphin for a little while. Send our ships out, so that we can blockade Genoa at least. What's this? Ah, okay, so we've successfully completed our mission to improve relations with the Elector of Brittany. We're now at maximum stability, and we've gotten a little bit more Imperial Authority. So now we've got improved relations with Lapland for 3 prestige, reclaim Lapland for 10 prestige, or become Papal Controller for 5 prestige. Obviously, becoming Papal Controller is a little bit beyond our control, if you will. And this is Lapland up here, for some reason. We've got a unit up there that I'm going to delete. What's happened with why we had that unit there is when we took this province, it was already producing that unit. I don't want nothing to do with Lapland, but I could potentially improve my relations with them. Yeah, that'd actually be fairly easy to do, so let's just say that we're going to do that. Relations, improve relations, off they go. Brittany still is not voting for us, but that's fine, they don't need to. And they probably won't because they've got the strategic interest in themselves. So we'll we're going to pull our guy back from Brittany. And I'd just like to see what Dauphin's war score against us is. 68. 68 for Dauphin. And how about Genoa? Well, we can't really do anything with Genoa right now. 25, and that's just because we've got them blockaded, I believe. Gotland declared war. Okay, so our guy is back. What'll you give us, Genoa? They'll annul some treaties for us. They won't even accept a white peace at this time, so we're just going to have to keep at them. What about anybody else? Okay, so we're fully blockading Pisa. That's also good. I forgot Pisa was actually involved. Managed to breach the walls here. Breaching the walls also gives you a bonus if you choose to assault. We're not. We're not going to assault. But what we are going to do is improve our administrative technology. Now, we've finally gotten the option to take a group of ideas. What should we take? I'm always a fan of innovative ideas, just because it's innovation. There's less prestige decay, mercs are cheaper, less tech cost, army tradition stays up easier. It's pretty nice. So is economic. Administrative ideas I never really like, because I don't use mercenaries too much and it's a big mercenary thing. Humanist is a new group from basically last time that I've seen it. So religious unity increases, I don't need to worry about that. Revolt risk down, tolerance of heretics up, nationalism down. Culture threshold. That could be interesting, but yeah, nice ideas, but nothing I'm really caring about. Okay, so this one would give us some more Imperial Authority if we get it before the end. Or we could go for quality. The only problem there is that that's a military expenditure one, and while it's awesome, we're trying to pump our military tech, and that would eat into it. I don't think that there's a particular diplomatic idea that I'm interested in, to be honest. I would really like expansion, just because it would give us a colonist. Okay, so we are going to pick one now, and we're probably going to pick innovative, if I'm going to be honest with myself. Probably. Yeah, I know. We're not at a point in time where we want to start sending colonists overseas. Unless Africa. So 5,000, 7,000. We'd want to send about 10,000 guys overseas. And I'm pretty sure that most of these colonies are going to be too far away for us. So let's ignore that for the time being. We're not going to take colonists. We are going. Well, what's next in administrative tech? Temples and constables. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Fucking hell, it's a decision, isn't it? I mean, influence might be good because we are going to have a lot of tribute like a lot of vassals at some point. But it doesn't help us get anything else faster. We're going to go innovative. Done. So each one of those will cost us 400 tech, so we're just going to have to wait on that coming in. Because that is taking a while, I'm going to actually start cycling through our guys here. So I'm going to go with... Missionary strength doesn't matter to me, but that extra +1... Now we're going to go with a treasurer. So now we are increasing inflation, but it's a very slight %. So that's alright. We're fine. Oh hey, and our armory has been built in Munchen itself. Good. Very good. Back to the wars. Yeah, you know, I think I may detach a siege regiment from there and have them go into here. Just keep an eye on it. Watch this army. Because nothing else is really terribly important. This one's doing fine. Still way too many diplomatic relations. Does Defender of the Faith give us any more of those? Nope. You know, we are going to be Defender of the Faith. Just because that'll give us a bit more Pope power. And also increase morale and other such things. Yeah, it's fine. The only issue here is that it may call us into some wars that we would otherwise not want to get involved in. Also, it gives us that little bit extra prestige, which can help us, you know, not lose so much anymore. Just want to quickly run down these, see if there's anything that we can easily get. No. No, we're pretty much fine. Yeah, there is no way in hell we're doing that. We'd have to give a Pope to hate us for that last one anyway, the Statute in Restraint of Appeals or whatever it was. And the Pope likes us. We're good to the Pope. What I'm hoping with this siege over here is that this siege finishes before this one does. That way I can peace out Dauphin really quickly, which is what I want to do. Looks like Moravia's made another army. Just go and smack it down. Peace out Dauphin, get what I want off them, and then just, you know, fob them off to someone else. So by building these armories in places, we are sort of retarding our military tech increase, which is a shame because upgrading the next level is excellent. We get more infantry shock, we increase our combat width, which is very important. We increase our supply limit, and we increase our dudes. Like, we upgrade our infantry. The issue there is that we're so far ahead of time that that would cost us almost 750 military tech. We're not doing that. Like, seriously. Yeah, Battle of Bommerwald was fine. We have successfully besieged that place. That's great. Okay, boys, head on out. I'm confident with this siege here because we're at +14 and they're at -14. And it would help if I unpaused. Just saying. Okay, great. That's Besiege of Dauphin done. So we should have 100% against Dauphin. We do. We could fully annex them. We're not going to do that. We're going to get them to release Vienne. Which I don't actually know We know we can find this out. Okay, so it's these two places. Nice. Let's get them to do that. Will cost us diplomatic power, of course, but we're going to get, I think, 8 Imperial Authority from doing this. And we're sending these guys down to Nizzle like that. 8 Imperial Authority. Now we're at 50. That's excellent. When we get out of these wars, we should be able to institute, what do you call it? Okay, and we're just going to make these guys concede defeat, I think. Enforcing fleet basing would be insane. Yeah, just get them to concede defeat. So we've almost maxed out prestige again, so we're not having too bad a time of that at this point, which is good, because it was my chief concern. We're only 85%. The blockade is only 85% capable. We're blocking all of Pisa's base tax, but Genoa's base tax is only blocked to 77%. That's just because of the size of a blockade, I believe. And you know what? That may be the end of the episode. Yep, no point investing in any of those cardinals anymore. And yes, it's that time. Let's just let this siege ticker go over. Okay, I'm concerned about these guys coming around to there. But we have a peace offer from Spoleto. They will concede defeat. Now Spoleto is just these guys down here. However, Spoleto is also fully occupied. So why would we make you concede defeat when we could take you? Because it would cost us 50 diplomatic power for some reason. And you are one of Spoleto's cores. Interesting. I'm going to make them concede defeat. While we don't need all of that prestige, you know, I don't care enough about them to make them, you know, make it our province. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of the episode. After this siege ticker, I remember this, and yep, we've successfully taken that. So that's actually won us the war. We'll handle that in the next episode. So, if you've got any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you would enjoy seeing more of this sort of thing, well, you know what to do. Subscribe button, by the way. But in the meantime, I have been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.